mother and daughter relationship is the most important relationship in your life. It's unconditional love.
Zayn and Yolanda. Could Yolanda Hadid be trying to sabotage the chances of singer Zayn Malik landing custody of his daughter Kai? If you're just as confused and shocked by the outrageous accusations that have been flying around, then stay tuned to find out everything we know about the situation. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on your favorite celebrities. Is trouble really brewing within the picturesque couple's home? The unsettling family drama tumbled onto the internet on October 28th, when TMZ broke the news of claims by Yolanda Hadid that the singer had allegedly struck her during an altercation that occurred at the 28-year-old's shared home with his partner Gigi. According to a TMZ source, Yolanda claimed that the incident had occurred a week prior and she was seriously considering filing a police report. While news of the cause of the altercation remained under wraps, the source claimed Yolanda stood by her account that Zayn struck her. Zayn immediately came out to shut down any false narratives that were being pushed out against him through a statement to TMZ. I adamantly deny striking Yolanda Hadid, and for the sake of my daughter, I decline to give any further details, and I hope that Yolanda will reconsider her false allegations and move towards healing these family issues in private, clarified Zayn. Later that day, Zayn uploaded a more elaborate statement to his Twitter saying this: "As you all know, I am a private person, and I very much want to create a safe and private space for my daughter to grow up in. A place where private family matters aren't thrown on a world stage for all to poke and pick apart. In an effort to protect that space for her, I agreed to not contest claims arising from an argument I had with a family member of my partner, who entered our home while my partner was away several weeks ago. This was and still should be a private matter, but it seems for now there is divisiveness, and despite my efforts to restore us to a peaceful family environment that will allow for me to co-parent my daughter in a manner in which she deserves, this has been leaked to the press. I am hopeful, though, for healing for all involved with the harsh words shared, and more importantly, I remain vigilant to protect Kai and give her the privacy she deserves." Despite the claims by Zayn that the private matter did not deserve to play out on a public platform, TMZ went ahead and acquired the court documents on the matter. According to the documents, Zayn was charged with 4 criminal offenses of harassment against both Gigi and her mother, Yolanda. Although one official document seems to suggest he pled guilty to one of the charges, court officials are firm he pled no contest to all 4 charges. Court documents indicate that the incident occurred on September 29th after the pair got into a heated argument where Zayn called Yolanda a effing Dutch S and further added, "Stay away from my effing daughter," and "the effing sperm that came out of my effing sea." Phew, that was a lot. He then continued to allegedly shove Yolanda into a dresser, supposedly causing mental anguish and physical pain. After the heated altercation, Zayn allegedly phoned his girlfriend Gigi, who was in Paris, and screamed, "Strap on some effing balls and defend your partner against your effing mother in my house," landing him the charge against Gigi. A bodyguard that had accompanied Yolanda into the house backed these claims and added that Zayn yelled at him, saying, "Get the F out of my way, effing house, copper," and even attempted to fight him. Well, what do you think? Do you believe these claims? Here's what these Twitter users have to say. Yolanda says she went there with a bodyguard. How was she able to be hit? Woke bodyguard that was not able to protect her unless she was never hit? Anyways, if he did hit her and the bodyguard was useless, there was reasoning behind it. Zayn doesn't just hit women, chimed one tweep. Another said, sounds like Gigi has an intrusive mommy if he's asking her to defend him from Yolanda. One fan trolled, mental anguish from being pushed. These housewives, they crack me up. Zayn's decision to plead no contest to the harassment accusations landed him a fine, a 360-day probation period, and court orders to complete anger management classes and a domestic violence program. Something that struck fans as odd, however, was the nature of the report filed against Zayn, with some tweets pointing this out. Yolanda lied for clout. There was an A3 charge, which implies a verbal argument they had after Yolanda intruded Zayn's house. A3 is not considered a felony or misdemeanor and is highly different from an A1 charge, which includes physical harassment that Yolanda lied about, highlighted one Twitter user. Another had this to say, "Bro, the charge against Zayn was an A3, not an A1, meaning Yolanda literally lied to TMZ. Her going to paparazzi instead of the police first was literally a red flag." Other Twitter users believe that Zayn's choice to plead no contest is an admission of guilt, while others believe he was simply trying to avoid dragging out the case in court. Would you plead no contest to close the case? Well, let's see what people had to say. One user wrote, "Zayn took a no contest plea, meaning he did do it. Some of y'all are trying so hard, RN." Another said this, "The lengths Zayn Malik's fans are going to defend him, despite no concrete evidence he didn't hit someone, but instead a no contest plea and accepting probation and anger management for a year is disturbing. Cute guys can have ugly abusive tempers too, you know." Another pointed out, "And who is directly benefiting from his contest plea? Yolanda, because Zayn accepted punishment regardless, not making a case for himself against Yolanda. It's funny how Yolanda leaked this info to the public after a whole month of careful calculation against Zayn. They write it cleverly saying there were claims he pushed her into a dresser, but these were not noted in the police report or in any of the formal charges, and despite pleading no contest to harassment, he has actively denied assault," said another. So what could have triggered the seemingly calm Zayn into a full-on altercation with his partner's mother? How could this pair have gone along throughout Zayn and Gigi's 6-year-long relationship, have gotten to a point of cussing each other out? Seemingly, Yolanda's tendency to overstep when it comes to her children's personal life played a huge role in this feud. According to a source that spoke to Hollywood Life, the altercation occurred as a result of Yolanda's visit to Zayn's house, which she visited intending to help him care for his daughter Kai. Gigi was out of town working Paris Fashion Week when this incident dedicated parent to her kids. She's naturally protective and has been there for every step of the way, spend as much time helping care for her granddaughter as possible, offered the source. The source suggested that the only reason the argument occurred was that Zayn took his mother-in-law's visit as a hit to his ego. However, another source to TMZ paints a completely different picture of what happened that day. According to them, Yolanda barged into Zayn's home in the company of her bodyguard without calling ahead or bothering to knock. This apparently set Zayn off and created tension between the two. Zayn apparently also felt that Yolanda was acting like the house father. An attempt to communicate how he felt to Yolanda was brushed off, which made things even tenser. According to the source, Yolanda's uninvited presence irritated Zayn since she was interfering with Zayn's work schedule. The former One Direction member is known to work on his music at night and spend the day resting. Well, it appears the situation with these in-laws was a disaster that had been brewing long before Yolanda walked into Zayn's house. All the tension, together with the fact that Yolanda had previously posted photos of the young Kai to her social media, to her father's displeasure, boiled over into a heated exchange of words. A source close to the family told Hollywood Life that Bella and Anwar had unfollowed Zayn in solidarity with their mother. But what everyone wants to know is, what does Gigi have to say about all this? Well, Gigi simply put a statement through her spokesperson to Us Weekly. The spokesperson had this to say, "Gigi is solely focused on the best for Kai. She asked for privacy during this time. At the moment, reports say that the two may be gearing up for a custody battle, which has led fans to believe that the assault narrative may be staged to give Gigi the upper hand." One Twitter user said this, "To be honest, all that Hadid and Zayn's drama seems like it could have been planned in an attempt for Gigi to get full custody because like wealthy entitled people do that kind of crap, and also the fact Yolanda's eyewitness was her own security seems sus AF." Another added, "Don't believe this at all. This is just to damage Zayn's reputation and get full custody to Gigi. Disgusting." If you enjoyed this breakdown, please hit those like and subscribe buttons below so you never miss out on amazing celebrity gossip. To her reality TV persona to start drama with her granddaughter's father?